they're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.
Holy One.
A great guy, and his videos are fantastic.
What's to do, YouTube? It's Holy One. And these are going to be my reasons why the PlayStation 5 is lacking to me and falling behind for next generation, and they're showing Sony's arrogance once again. So, let's start off with the first reason, and that reason is they are losing Japanese developers due to their censorship policies. I'll give an example of this, guys. This was recently. So the game Ubbers, that was originally on the PlayStation Vita in Japan, is not coming to the West because of Sony's censorship of the game, and the game is now a PC exclusive only. Similar games such as visual novels, other JRPGs like Senran Kagura have also been censored, and the Japanese game market is huge. Like, people say, oh, these games are niche, they don't make a lot of money, mostly X-tards. But these games make a ton of money. I'll give you a recent example. Genshin Impact, within, I think, like a week, made $100 million. And they recouped the developer costs within 2 days. So, these Japanese games sell a lot, because if it wasn't for these games, the Vita would have died a lot quicker because Sony abandoned it. These JRPGs are the only games that kept the PlayStation Vita alive at the time. So, if people are downplaying these Japanese games, you were solely mistaken. So, that's one mistake Sony is making. And Microsoft's already dipping their toes into some of these Japanese games. And PC has already surpassed the PlayStation 4 with these JRPG games. And so is the Switch at this rate it's going. Reason number 2, Sony's Chinese policies that they've enacted. So Sony came out and did the whole Black Lives Matter, wallpaper, which I don't give two craps about. But what was hypocritical of that was they later that same day released a policy saying, Taiwanese people, if you are going against your government, you're going to be banned on the PlayStation. We can't have you be doing that. So their Chinese policies are pretty much anti-human rights, pretty much at that point, which is a big setback. Reason number 3, probably is another reason, is limited backwards compatibility. The PS4 is already proven to run PS2, PS1 games because Sony has PS2 games listed on the PlayStation 4 store. They're just too lazy to put those games on the storefront. PS3, I can understand that's a whole different beast of an architecture to try to emulate. But, come on, man. At least give us PS1 and 2 games instead of upcharging us for them. Sony's limited backwards compatibility is kind of a pain, just like with the Nintendo Switch. There's always charging you more for those backwards compatibility, whereas with PC and Xbox you have way more of a catalog of an option for that. Reason number 4, Sony is becoming more of a closed system with the PlayStation 5, not allowing their DualShock 5 controller to work on iOS, Android, or PlayStation 4 like they did with the PS4. You could use the DualShock 4 on the PS3 or PC, but maybe they're going to update the controller and allowing it to work on PC, which they are bringing their games over to PC at this moment. And that gets me to reason number 6. Sony is losing exclusive games, making their console become less relevant with their introduction of releasing Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, allowing other third-party developers like Detroit Become Human go their journey. They're putting a lot more games on PC, which is great. That's pro-consumer to people, but it doesn't give me a reason to buy their system, and it makes me question, okay, that pretty much confirms Horizon 2 is coming to PC, but what about these other Sony devs? If they want to go put their games on PC, it devalues the platform for sure. Now you can say, oh, you're a pony, why are you saying that? Well, what's the point of buying the system if it lacks games on the platform? It's just an argument they can go back and forth on, but personally, there's no reason for that. Reason number 7. Here we go. Reason number 7. Sony is cutting off you being able to purchase PlayStation 3 and Vita games to try to cut access to these games, and now you have to pretty much buy a PlayStation 3 or Vita and access the stores that way, unless they shut those down completely. They're completely trying to get rid of the PS3 and Vita at this point without offering any ways of playing those backwards compatibility. And don't say, oh, well, there's PS Now. That isn't really accessible to certain Vita titles, let's just say that. Because, like I said, Sony got rid of the Vita, and it was only held together with those JRPG titles that were available on the system. Reason number 8. PlayStation Plus is completely pointless and useless. Now, yes, if you're buying this, if you're getting PlayStation Plus for the subscription games, power to you. That's why I got it. But the main reason Sony added PlayStation Plus when the system launched was for multiplayer games behind a paywall, which they have not offered pretty much any PS4 titles. I know people are going to come at me and say, The Last of Us Remastered and Uncharted 4. Okay, that's one game. Minus that's a PS3 game you're mentioning, which was free to begin when I platinumed The Last of Us. Sony has not made any strides to purchase multiplayer developers, whereas Microsoft may have put out multiplayer games like Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, Halo 5. At least they're trying to put out those kinds of games. But it's like, come on, man. What the heck is the point of PlayStation Plus if you're not buying studios like Microsoft and building in-house developed games and give people a reason to subscribe to PlayStation Plus? On top of that, they're adding new restrictions to PlayStation Plus, which is going to devalue it even further. Just a lot of stuff. From what I'm hearing, if you want to access, I think, like, emoticons and video editing, you're going to need PlayStation Plus, and some other features are restricted by PlayStation Plus for the PlayStation 5, so they're just making it more reasons to pay up front for PS Plus. Number 9. Trophies are becoming much easier for casuals to get. Sony has introduced a feature that I mentioned to you guys in the other reason number 8, is if you have PlayStation Plus and developers opt into this feature, games will allow you to transport yourself to areas where you can unlock a trophy. So pretty much you're paying Sony to let you transport yourself to a location to unlock a trophy instantly, making trophies even more pointless to get now and easier to get when they used to be a challenge, hard to get. So, yeah. So not only is it locked behind a paywall, but they're just easier to get now. And you can say, oh, I can rig up trophies more. And the problem is with that is they've updated the trophy system where if a trophy's more common, your score goes down. Reason number 10, Sony hasn't really launched any must-have PlayStation 5 games. And they could say, oh, you know, Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank, Hollow Rise, and all these other games. Those games are pretty much coming to PlayStation 4. Most of them are. Except for maybe God of War, which I doubt is going to be released next year. And I know Sony ponies are saying, oh, look at the DualSense. It's so revolutionary when it's just taking features of the Switch Pro controller and just shoving them into the controller. So, those are my 10 reasons, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Maybe you can give me 10 reasons why you might be disappointed with other consoles and systems that are releasing around the same time. Let me know in the comments below. This is your boy, Holy One, out.
Are you feeling the burn yet?
No, I ain't feeling no goddamn burn.